Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your host with the most, Cruise Gaming, and welcome back to another monster review video. Today we're going to look at all the Panda warriors, how to rune, build, skills, and much more, so stay tuned. Okay, so first up we have is the Fire Panda warrior, and he's called Xiong Feng when he's awakened. His first skill, which is the leader skill, increases the defense of ally monsters by 33%. Pretty useful. Attacks the enemy 4 times with each strike having 50% chance to apply a random harmful effect. The damage is proportional to your defense and the enemy's max HP. So very nice. Removes the harmful effects casted on yourself and counter attacks for 2 turns when attacked. Recovers 15% of the HP of all allies. So very nice skill right there. Attacks the enemy 3 times with each strike having 30% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. Also very nice skill. His second skill, which provides support with the heal, I think is very useful, and that will be the most used skill when using this monster. So this monster is definitely worth it to get for fusion if you want a healing support monster. He shares the same skill as Ariel, the water archangel, and the second skill, but he does a pretty good job with the healing. So I definitely recommend you do fusion with this monster. Okay, next up we have is the Water Panda warrior, and when awakened is called Molong. Leader skill increases the HP of ally monsters by 33%. This is Verma skill right here, very useful. Launches a reckless attack that damages the enemy by 70% of its HP at the cost of receiving the same amount of damage. The damage can't exceed your current HP, and the effect will be reduced to 20% against boss enemies. So if you want to do maximum damage with this skill, you're gonna want to go with all HP energy runes right here, nothing else. This is going to be the best rune build you're going to ever get for this monster, is all HP. Right, next we have is Dragon's Dance. Attacks all enemies 3 times with each strike having a 15% chance to remove a beneficial effect. So attacking all enemies 3 times with each strike having a 15% chance to remove a beneficial effect and stuns them for 1 turn. Holy shit, this is one OP monster right here. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. Yes, it right there. You need to go max HP on this monster to do crazy amount of damage. This monster I think is the most OPest monster I've ever seen in this whole entire game. Next skill is attacks the enemy 3 times with each strike having a 30% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. Very good skill right there as well. Decreasing the defense, you hit it with the third skill. So this monster, if you get it, congratulations, you will be the king of Summoner's War. Okay, so next up we have is the Wind Panda warrior. When awakened it's called Feng, and it has a leader skill which increases your defense by 44% in guild battles, but this is only limited to guild battles itself, so not so useful there. Winds and Clouds passive. Your attack bar increases by 30% whenever you are attacked. It's similar to what's a rune? Nemesis runes. So if you go Nemesis on this here, your attack bar is just gonna be increased like mad. You're just gonna be, it's gonna basically be violent proccing with this. So you can go with violent Nemesis, or you can just go with full Nemesis, would be good. Your attacks will inflict additional damage that is proportionate to your defense whenever you attack. So you go with defense, go with maybe 2 slots of defense, 1 slot of HP. You want this monster to get a good amount of HP. You want it to last pretty well in the battle. Next skill we have is Calm Mind. Removes the harmful effects casted on yourself and counters attacks for 2 turns when attacked. So similar to the Fire Panda warrior. Recovers 15% of the HP of allies in each turn for the next 2 turns. Similar skill there as I said. Defense break for the first skill, and you know, you can use a defense break monster. I can see this monster being used not so often. Maybe in arena defense. A lot of defense monsters positions, you're gonna wanna put this guy in there if you have the option to. So not so good monster, but I think with the Nemesis runes, this monster, and violent runes, this monster can be pretty useful. Okay, so next we have is the Light Panda Warrior. When awakened, Tian Lang. Leader skill, the HP of monsters is increased by 44% in guild battles. Holy shit, this is a massive help in guild battles. You definitely wanna use this monster like all the time if you don't wanna use your Vermos. You know, this HP is a massive thing in guild battles, because if you are tanky and you got these attacks and high defense, you're gonna wreck the other team. So very useful with this leader skill. Next we have is Strong Energy, which is a passive. The effect of all attack bar increasing skills of both allies and enemies will be decreased by 50%. So the effect of all attack bar increasing skills. So this is good against, you know, all these monsters that need to like really speed. Like you can use this monster against body heal. It'll work perfectly because it's gonna be that amount that's gonna be increasing the attack bar of the allies on the enemy team. It's gonna be decreased by 50%. So very good skill. Next is your attack bar will be increased by 20% whenever an enemy uses an attack bar increasing skill. So it's good to go speed on this monster, because every time the enemies are going to be increasing the attack bar, you're going to also be increasing your attack bar as well because of this passive. So you know, speed can be a big advantage here. Plus with the, if you are tanky enough, you can last longer in battle, and this passive will be more of use. Then we have is this skill will not apply to an opponent that has the same skill or boss skill. So basically you can't use this monster against another Panda warrior that's light. Next we have is the Dragon's Dance. Attacks all enemies 3 times, with each strike having a 50% chance to remove beneficial effect, and stuns them for 1 turn. Very good. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. So if you have it on the leader skill, you know, leader skill and the second skill just works hand in hand. Very good. Next we have is the first skill, which is the defense break with a 30% chance. So if you get this monster, you want to build it with you can go with HP, you can go with speed, go with violent always works the best to get those violent procs. It go also with some defense. I think this monster will require some defense as well. Speed is a very big issue with this monster, because I mean, look at the base speed, it's 96. It's pretty ridiculous on all the pandas. So you want to get some good speed on all these substats. So yeah, that's how you build the light Tian Lang. Okay, next we have is the Dark Panda Warrior. When awakened, is called Ying. Leader skill, attack power of ally monsters is increased by 44% in guild battles. Really useful against the monsters that really need to like have high attack power, like for example Theomars, Lucian, Zyros, like, you know, all those monsters that have high attack power. Very useful with this leader skill if you get this Ying. Next we have is the Almighty Strength. Attacks all enemies, decreasing their attack power for 2 turns. So attack debuff, they're very good. And cast a shield on yourself, very nice.
equivalent to 20% of the inflicted damage for 3 turns. So if you have a higher attack on this monster, you're gonna get a stronger shield on himself. Next we have his Calm Mind. Removes the harmful effects casted on yourself and counters attack for 2 turns. When attacked, recovers 15% of the HP of all allies in each turn for the next 2 turns. Very good skill right there again. Next is the defense break with a 30% chance. For this monster, you want to go with maybe some attack. As you can see, the attack base is pretty high. The speed is pretty high compared to all the other Panda warriors. Not so much of concern with speed. You can go with high speed on him to get the attack first. Fire runes are good on him. Basically, you can go with Rage Blade on this monster because of the third skill, which puts a shield on yourself that is equal to 20% of the damage inflicted for 3 turns. So very good here. You can also go with Vampire. Vampire will be very good because as soon as you get that shield, and if you got that ability to recover your health, is very nice. Also, if you go with Vampire, go with Wool Runes. Wool Runes also works pretty good for the first turn. So this monster is not so bad. So I definitely recommend you build this guy if you get him with Vile Revenge, or go with Vampire and whatever. You can go with Energy, whatever that suits you. So that's it for the Dark Panda Warrior. Thanks for watching the video. If you made it until this point, like, share, subscribe. And if you're watching this on Saturday the 7th of May, it is Rune Removal Day, just to remind you guys. If you're watching it on the day of release, tomorrow is Rune Removal Day, obviously. For mobile users, links are in description. And until next time, peace out.
You at the hideout where we can dream again. I'll tell you all my secrets. We're encouraged like a second skin.